and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I hope all is well. How's it going, guys? Well, listen, I want to say hey to those who will listen to the podcast and those who will watch the replay later. And today, guys, we are talking about it. We have got to talk about it. I get so many people say, Kimmi, I want to take your training, but I can't afford it. I can't afford training. I can't afford training. Let's talk about it. I'll give YouTube a few minutes to notify people, and we're going to talk about it. You really can't afford it? Let's talk about it. We are waiting on YouTube. How's it going? Yeah, so we're going to talk about it today, though. When people say, I can't afford training. Have you ever said, I can't afford training? Have you? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Trying to make sure we have good lighting. Okay, we're going to give YouTube a couple seconds to notify people. And we're going to talk about why we have to think about paying for training. Okay? Hey, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, so we'll talk about it. I can't afford notary training. I can't afford to. I'm going to tell you, not only do you have to, you must. You must put it in your budget. By not taking training, you're costing yourself money. Hey guys, welcome. Today we are talking about when people say, and maybe you said it. Let me know if you have. I'm going to ask it and you can be honest, no worries. Have you said, I cannot afford notary training? Have you said that? I need notary training. I need it. My business is not doing anything. I don't know what to do. I have my commission. My state said go for it. But I don't have training. I can't afford training. Hey, Annette, how are you? What's going on? Have you guys ever said I cannot afford notary training? Well, let's talk about it. So, some of the reasons people say they can't afford training. Some people really can't afford training. They have no disposable income to pay for training, right? And I understand that. Things may be tight. However, if you're trying to start and grow this business, you cannot just wing it. Okay, the price of not paying for training is going to be even greater than if you actually pay for training. Let's talk about that. Let's reason that out a little bit. First, let's go back to a few reasons why people can't. Hey, welcome everybody. Some people will say they can't afford training because they've already taken 10 or 15 different trainings. It did not meet their expectation. And now they need additional training. They don't know what to do. So that's another reason people say, well, I can't afford training. What they're saying is I can't afford to pay for any more training. I've already spent $500 over here or $2,600 or $3,000. I'm hearing some really crazy prices out there right now when it comes to training. My light is just adjusting and I hate that. Yeah, I'm hearing some really crazy prices out there right now when it comes to training. And we're not here to talk about anybody's training program. But what I am talking about is you needing training and not being and saying I can't afford it. So Annette says, I need more training. Yeah, so I always like to say too, guys, if you bought someone's training, it may not be that it's a bad training. It may not be what you need. So for example, if you spend $500-$600 on a marketing course, right? But you don't know how to properly notarize, how to properly administer an oath, how to complete your journal. If you don't know how to fill out a jurat or even the difference between the two, then the training that you bought is not what you needed. So I always give the example of buying a car and you don't have a driver's license, okay? So I'm not saying you won't eventually need marketing training, but that's just not what you need right now. So you spent all of your money that you did have for training on a marketing course to make it look pretty, but the inside is not right. The foundation is not right. So yeah, you do have to double back and let's get some training. It's just a fact. And again, I'm not saying that it's bad training, but it's just not maybe what you needed at the time. Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome. So what are your thoughts on training? What are your thoughts on training? Do you think it's overpriced in the notary space? Let me know. Let me know if you think it's overpriced. Some people will say, you know what? You can just learn whatever you need to learn in Facebook. Well, guess what? The people in the Facebook group that you call yourself learning from, they need training. I see people responding to other ones' comments sometimes, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't do that. Please don't do what this person just told you to do. That is not right, okay? And of course, I cannot hop in every single group and every person's post and correct them. But what I do propose is that let me train you. Let me help you to properly learn your notarial duties, and then you can fly, okay? But you cannot learn what you need to learn in a Facebook group. You cannot. I see people all the time, they post pictures of a document, say, how do I notarize this? I had one, I talked about this last week. I was in a group and I saw somebody post a document in there. And the question was, what goes on this line? It was the notary signature. So that lets me know that there's a lack of training. Okay. So when people say I cannot afford training, I cannot afford training. You cannot afford not to have training. Why? Because you're executing documents incorrectly. FedEx just pulled up out here. Um, Sorry, this is live. So anyway, I'll get that in a second. But my point is you cannot afford not to, okay? You cannot afford not to take training. You are executing documents out here, signing documents. You don't know what goes on the line. You don't know how to properly notarize. And it's going to cost you money in the long run. So what do I propose? I am offering right now my new Notary Coaching Business Success Program is only $39.99. Now, $39.99, okay? That includes unlimited access to all of my trainings. I have the ink fingerprinting course. I have Notarize Like a Pro, which is the hottest thing going. I must say so myself. But it teaches you how to properly notarize, how to complete your acknowledgments, how to do an oath, how to price your services is another course, the pricing course / marketing training. All of those are only $39.99 inclusive of the program. So you not only get weekly live access to me, but you also have access to all of my training. And then you also have access to a private group. Okay, we've been using GroupMe. It's been going amazing. We usually start our questions over there. If you need me, then we'll come out of the GroupMe, you and I personally, and I'll help you with your assignment, okay? But I like to start there because each one teach one. So as you're learning, you could be teaching somebody else. So when I say you cannot afford not to have training, someone called me the other day, not to put him on blast, but this happens daily, so it could be anybody. It's not you, okay? It's not you, it's me. But it could be anybody. Hey, welcome everybody. Yes, someone called me the other day. They had an appointment. They were greatly getting ready to underprice their job. Greatly getting ready to underprice. Going to a hospital, power of attorney / another important document. I forgot, a deed, I think it was. And what they were charging, I wouldn't get out of my bed for, okay? But after a conversation, I went ahead and talked to them, okay? Briefly, because I told that person, I cannot teach you how to price your services in a 2-minute phone call. And that's about all I have for you if you're not part of my membership, because I actually work. I'm actually working notary. I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm not just a trainer. So I don't have time to help you do your job at assigning and do mine or price your services before you go out for an assignment because you didn't want to invest and pay for training. You see how training is costing you? So after our conversation, she says, oh, I realized I should have charged more. Heck yeah, 3 times more, okay? So the point is her not wanting to pay me or anybody. In my case, I'll speak about my training. I can't speak to anyone else's. But in my case, it's $39.99. So you don't want to pay me $39.99, but you about to go do this job out here for $25, which is really worth 3 times that, okay? Let's do the math, people. Training, for those of you who do not know, is also a tax write-off. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your business. Hey, everybody, welcome. So today we're talking about I cannot afford notary training. I cannot afford notary training. If I had $1 for every time I hear that, but yet I'm in Facebook groups and I'm watching people make these mistakes, again, trying to help each other under the pretense of I can't afford notary training, that is not going to work, guys. You want to do these long signings. You want to work for signing companies, and you do not know what to do. That is a negative. That is a no-go, okay? So you must pay for notary training. You must. And right now, again, I'm offering, it's $39.99. Someone said, well, hey, is that price going to be the same? I can't guarantee what the price is going to be next year. But I can tell you at the time of this video, it's only $39.99. You have complete access. And the program could change a little bit later as I continue to see what people are needing. Because some people want to just come and pay $39.99 for access to all of my courses. I'm not mad at you, because I've had a few people ask me that. Well, Kimmi, is it okay if I just pay $39.99 and watch all of your courses, but I don't come to the coaching sessions? Because some people don't like the live part of it. Now, I couldn't imagine why you don't like the live part, because that's when you have a chance to ask me questions and to get all of your real help. But some people don't. They're shy, whatever reason. They don't like the live coaching part of it. Yes, you're not cheating me. I don't feel hurt if you take advantage and do the $39.99 just to watch the trainings. I'm not mad at that, okay? I'm functioning kind of like a Netflix over here now. So I'm not upset. Some people still prefer, you know what? I don't want to even do all of that. I want my one course, and that's the only thing I want to buy. Someone asked me the other day, can I still do a la carte? They wanted to know, can they still just buy the ink fingerprinting course and the I-9 course? Yes, you can. You can just buy those separately. So that's still an option. I have not removed it. However, now you have access to everything. So completely up to you what you want to do. But we've made training affordable. I'm proud of the programs that we have here at Notary Educators. I was not going to roll out a mentorship program that I couldn't put my name on. You guys know how we do. I've been here for over 4 years, almost 4 now, going into 5. So I'm not going to put my name on something or just sell something, even because you asked for it. I've had people asking me to mentor from day one, from my very first YouTube video. And I was like, no, I don't offer mentorship. No, I don't offer mentorship. No, 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 no. Because I couldn't come up with a program that was going to work for you to get the most that you need, as well as for me to be able to effectively teach you, So now I came up with this. I'm going to get this question from Keith, and I'm going to explain how I want you to use the business success coaching program, how it actually works. Okay, I'm going to go over that. So Keith is saying, hey, Kimmi. Hey, Keith. How long is this offer, and how do one join? Oh, great question. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com is how you join. It's on the front page, actually. And then the program is going on forever. This is not going away. Again, it may go up in price eventually. Things do change. But right, and I'm not threatening you. So this is not a buy today, it's going to go up tomorrow. It's nothing like that. But I'm just saying I can't guarantee you next year it's still going to be $39.99. But at the time of this recording, it is. So it's $39.99. You can join anytime you want to. We've actually been meeting since July. I typically don't date my videos. That's a YouTube thing. So this is September. So we've had many sessions, but you can go back and watch the replay. And it's not that you can't kind of catch up where we are, because you can go back and watch the replays, and then we will, as we continue to grow in our knowledge, like we're getting ready to start working on copy certifications. If you don't know how to do that, your state may or may not even allow that, but there are several different ways you can do it. So anything we teach, I teach all 50 states. I'm always very, very, very much aware that I'm in one state and you're in another state. But as you will learn as a notary, all of your documents do not come from your one state. Your documents are going to be coming from all over the world. What other questions may I answer for you all as I describe what the program, how I would like you to use it? So what I would like for you to do as you're joining the Business Coaching Success Program, I would like you to watch the videos in order. For example, Notarize Like a Pro. You will learn how to properly notarize your documents, how to do acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, right? Then I want you to go to the next one about estate planning. I would like you to watch that. As you're watching these videos that I've pre-recorded with the training that you need, no fluff, then you can come out of the training and shoot me a chat or an email, whatever. Hey, Kimmi, this is still not clear. Or we'll talk about it. We have our weekly sessions. Every week during a session, I do a little training, at least 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to try to reduce that a little bit because I want to get a little bit deeper into businesses. So I realized that even last night after our session, which was amazing. So I talked about, probably 40 minutes. Not talk, but we do mock trainings also. So last night we did customer service. So we did role playing with customer service. How do you handle this situation? What should you say in this situation? How do you even answer the phone? So we talked about things like that. So it's an excellent program, I'm telling you. Charlotte says, hey, Kimmi, I'm in your program. I love it. Thank you. Hey, Charlotte. Yes, Charlotte is in the program. So thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate you saying that. And don't forget to leave me a review, Charlotte, on Gumroad if you have not. I appreciate it, please. So let me say this. I will push back with people that come to the sessions because I want you to kind of come on camera because it's so interactive. So I want to be able to say, hey, Charlotte, what about ABC? And if the person is not on camera, then I don't know if you're actually available or not. Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate it. So sometimes that's where I may push back and say, hey, can you come off the camera so I can see if you're actually available to participate? Because that's how you're going to really grow your business. So what are some of the results the students are having? What are some of the results? People are already doing deeds, power of attorneys, learning how to price, buying their supplies. I mean, I'm seeing the growth in the group. And it's a little touching, actually, to know that you had a part. Now, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been teaching for like 4 years, okay? This is the first time I wrote out this program, so I didn't know what it would look like, right? I'm like, can I really deliver what the people need? And I must admit, I enjoy what I do. So it's giving me an outlet, the program, to be even able to go deeper, okay? So I can tell you how to acknowledge, do an acknowledgement, however, but when I'm able to go deeper into why it's so important, even customer service last night, I started out with one slide. It only was one slide. It had 5 or 6 points on it. As we got to talking about customer service, so I realized, I was like, is it really all of that? I even asked the students last night, I was like, did you guys know it was that much involved with customer service? However, I can bring you that based on my experience, and you have your life experience. So by the time you bring what you have to the table, if you've been in customer service too, and you add your points to the conversation, it was really amazing yesterday. So I know for a fact that what we learned and what we talked about is going to help people have greater confidence. And when you have that confidence, now you can go out there and ask those higher prices that we talk about. Now we can talk about the money. I'm not over here talking about, you can make $100 an appointment or $175, $200, because I already know if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get that. If you don't know what you're doing. Now, if you learn and let me teach you and you know what to do, then yes, now we can start asking those higher dollar amounts because you're going to feel confident to ask it too. And the person that I was talking about that reached out to me yesterday, I knew they wasn't confident, period. Because they would have never even offered that price to the client. So she's like, I know I need your training. Please help me. And I'm all for a good sob story, guys. I'll tell you the truth. I need help, Kimmi. I'm on this appointment. I'm stuck. I got you. If I can. Now, don't forget, now, your girl work. So if I can help you, I will. Now, I may give you a little pushback and be like, why aren't you in my mentor program? Why aren't you in my coaching program? Because we have 2 mentor programs. The one I'm talking about is kind of for my new people who want access to all my training, et cetera, et cetera. The other one is for people who are really more experienced and they're doing long signings, they're doing apostilles and all of that, and they need help. So we got you covered over there too. So we do have 2 different mentor programs. But I really want to emphasize that when you say I cannot afford training, guess what? You cannot afford not to. Not if you want to have longevity and not if you want to have a real business. You cannot. Can you imagine a doctor saying, you know what? I want to be a doctor, but I don't want to go to school. I don't want to pay for it. What? Then you don't want to be a doctor. You don't. Now, let's talk about this little secret that's out there, right? Everybody's dogging notary trainers right now. That's the new thing to get ratings on their channel. And I get there may be a few bad apples, okay? Let's be clear. However, everybody in the notary training space is not just selling pipe dreams, okay? They're not. There's no way I could be here this long. There are many other people that are notary trainers, and they're not all selling bad stuff. They're not. So don't let that stop you from growing your business. And even with my program, you can try it out. If you don't like it, you can cancel. So I wanted to go back to one more thing, and feel free to drop your comments. We're talking about when people say, I cannot afford notary training. Feel free to drop your comments. I wanted to talk about, for those, again, who just want access to the courses and you don't want access to the coaching part of it, like the live trainings and all of that. The replays are available. They're very organized. We've taken time to put descriptions. Sometimes there will be additional PDFs or what do you call it? like a worksheet that we talked about. It'll be attached to that particular week session. So it's very organized, the library at Gumroad. I'm very proud of what Jeffrey and I have done. He's put an amazing amount of work in here to making sure it's very clean and orderly for you to be able to use it too. Any questions you have, please don't hesitate. I cannot afford a trainer. Let's talk about it. What do you think about the notary training space right now? I'm just curious. What are your thoughts about it? Do you think it's a needed thing, but people are taking advantage? Put a 1 if that's the case. Because we all know people need training. So put a 1 if you think, yeah, training is needed, but sometimes people are taking advantage. Or put a 2 if you think, you know what? I don't need training. I could just do it on my own. But you ain't did nothing yet and you don't know what to do. BG Mobile Notary says 1. Yeah, it's needed, but people are taking advantage. I agree. And I'll never have taken advantage. I'll be honest. I feel what I got priced on my bundle, I think my bundle is 458 or 400. Miss B Duncan says 1 2 is needed, but people are being cheated. Yeah, Charlotte says the same thing. I agree, people. I agree. That's why even when I started my very first course was Notarize Like a Pro. No fluff. I was going to give you what you needed. Did I underprice it? Yes. I even had students all the time. Even with what I'm doing right now, people are like, Kimmi, that's crazy. It's not crazy because you know what? When you really care about the people, then everything else will work out. It really does. And I work too. So again, my whole everything is not just based around training. I'm an actual working notary. So I do apostilles, I do fingerprinting. Everything I tell you about, I do it. And I got almost 1,000 videos here on YouTube to prove it. So anyway, but what I was saying is, if you decided for some reason you only wanted to do the $39.99 to have access to the courses, don't feel bad. Because I had a few people feeling bad about it. They're like, well, I don't want to just take your courses and I know that it's regularly priced, whatever. No, it is what it is. That's the offer that I'm making. And I was going back to me and my original package. My bundle that I have right now, actually, I think it's $458. And I'm not ashamed to say it. That course is worth 4 times that. If you don't know what you don't know. And in that course, that bundle of 8 courses, I give you everything you need to start your business, literally. And I've had so many people to do the bundle and they've been very successful because they've done everything I said. They didn't even need to talk to me because it's so clear, right? But I realized everyone doesn't have $458. So when Jeffrey and I were talking we started this in July. We've been talking about this for months, actually, full disclosure, transparency. We have been talking about it for months. How can we get more people access without us going broke, right? And I couldn't figure it out. I was trying everything. I kept coming to him. I'm like, well, what about this? And well, what about if we offer more coupons? Well, what if we take off $10 here? It just wasn't making sense. So sometimes when things aren't making sense like that, you need to kind of just stop. My sister said, when you don't know, just stop. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of what happened. So then finally, I do my best thinking like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Right when I'm getting ready to wake up, and it's not a vision, so I ain't gonna say I have visions. I joke with Jeff sometimes. I'm like, I was thinking last night. He'll be like, uh-oh. He always say, uh-oh, when I say I was thinking. Let me get this comment. I'm gonna come back to how we came up with this. Charlotte says, your course is affordable, especially for those of us that have not made any money yet. I've been commissioned for 2 years, taken several courses, and not made a dime. Yeah, and I thought about that too, actually, when we were designing this. Again, I want you to make money. You got to have the knowledge so you can make money, but you don't have to spend all the money before you've even made any. Does that make sense? Keith says, hey, Kimmi, I'm joining. Will you please send me the link? Thank you. Yeah, it's notaryeducatorsllc.com, and it's right on the front page. And I'm on my cell phone, so I don't know how to send you the link. But if you go right to the website, it's right on the front page. The Notary Business Success Coaching Program is on the front page, Keith. I'm sorry I can't send you the link because I don't know how to type on here. I don't even know if I can type on here on YouTube. I don't think I can. If I were on StreamYard, I could type, but on my phone, I can't type. Sorry about that. I'm just scrolling. up to see your comment. So it's notaryeducatorsllc.com. So how do we come up with the new way we're doing things? So again, Jeffrey and I were talking, and I said, you know what if I offer access to all of the courses? And that way I'll run it like a Netflix, and people can just, watch what they want at their leisure. Oh, so we started doing that, and I was a nervous wreck. I said, I got courses that I'm selling for $100, and now I'm going to, you could just watch it. I don't know about that. So anyway, we prayed, we kept it moving, and sure enough, we offered it. The first week, if you go back in July and watch my YouTube videos, that was the offer. That was the offer. Hey guys, welcome. When we first rolled out the program, if you go back and check the first week of July, the program offer was unlimited access to my videos for $39.99. Oh, people were loving that. They said, okay, I can just watch our videos and I don't have to pay $400, $500. I never had anything for $500 anyway. It was always like $450 for all of my courses. And it included the ink fingerprinting, translation services, build your business course, literally step-by-step how to build out your business, I-9 training, I think I mentioned translation services, Notarize Like a Pro, and there are 8 of them. I can't think of the other few right now. But anyway, estate/trust by itself is worth $400. But you also get the estate/trust package training included, right? So it was working just selling that. But then I got to thinking, I went back to Jeffrey and I said, you know what? I really want people to win in this industry. And I'm sick of them just having, and they still are reaching out, but they still don't have what they need. I said, I'm sick of people feeling like they're by themselves. I got to do something. So I said, what if I just offer weekly training? Weekly training. They watch my courses, and then weekly we can discuss whatever else they're lacking. Oh, now we got a winner chicken dinner. I was like, I like that. So, because that way I can still do my business and I can still help the people. So he was in agreement with that too. So we ended up doing that. So I said, we'll just do different days of the week. I'll look at my calendar. I'll do 1 day per week. Well, guess what, guys? It actually worked. So we're going into month number 3. We started in July. So July, August, we're into September. It's going amazing. You can come in and out the program as you need to. And then you can always progress to the next mentor program that we have. So it's just been going amazing. And again, I'm very ecstatic about it. So what other questions do you have? So let's see. We have Charlotte says, I got Charlotte's question. Keith, Anessa says, or Nisa says, newly notary here. What notary agencies are good to apply for? All right, Anissa, before we start talking about where you should be applying for work, do you know how to properly notarize documents? Do you know? I cannot answer your question until you answer my question. Do you know how to properly notarize documents before you start signing up with signing companies? Gotta be real, guys. Gotta be real. That's the first thing everybody want to ask me. Who do I sign up with for work? Who do I sign up with for work? That frustration that you see me, my body language right now that's changing is, I don't want you signing up for work and you don't know what to do. You're still learning. Yes, baby. So you don't need to be signing up with nobody right now, okay? Do you know how to properly execute a document, Anissa? Be real, honey. Let's be real. This is your coaching session right here. Do you know what an acknowledgement is? Do you know what a jurat is? Do you know how to administer an oath? Do you have all of your supplies? Can you accept payments? Do you know how to price your services? Do you know how to market your services? Please answer all of that. And if all of that is a no, or even 90% of that is no, please don't start signing up with companies. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Please, please, please. And back to the conversation. Do you need notary training but you can't afford it? You cannot afford not to. Don't start signing up with companies and you don't know what to do. They're not going to teach you. Right now, there are so many notaries in the space. Now, when I started, notaries were kind of a dime a dozen because people were getting into, well, not a dime a dozen. It wasn't that many of us when I first started, right? There have always been people doing this, but it was a secret. I always call it the best kept secret. We didn't know about it, okay? People have been doing this for 20, 30 years. The Bible, 6,000 years ago, talked about notaries, okay? So the notary field, the notary job itself is not nothing new, right? But we just started finding out about it. So when I first started, they were a little bit lenient. My first job, I admitted to the lady, I said, I don't know, I've not actually did an assignment, but I feel comfortable to do it. So she kind of walked me through it. Nowadays, notaries are a dime a dozen. Everybody saw YouTube, everybody saw TikTok, everybody doing notary. So it's not the same. It's not the same. You don't get the chances that you got, that I got, to mess up people's documents and all of that. Those opportunities are gone. Now, when you mess up, you are blackballed. Okay? You've been a part of Mark's training. Okay, that's fine. No shade to Mark. But if you still don't know what I just asked you, all those questions, if you still don't know how to properly notarize, if you still don't know all the things I'm telling you, then you don't need to be signing up with nobody, okay? I'm sorry. Once you know how to properly notarize, I will give you some tips. I'll give them to you right now. Okay? Let me see what else we got here. She says she's still learning. She's been a part of my, just still nervous getting out there. You're probably nervous getting out there because you don't know what to do. Okay? You got to know what to do. Those basic foundational things that I've been preaching for the last 4 years. And I hear people say, well, I teach you to do more than just stamp on paper. You got to know more than just how to stamp on paper. That's true. You do have to know more than that. But if you don't know how to stamp on paper, you have no job. You have no business, and you have no business doing business if you don't. I need you to notarize like a pro. And as I always say, it's not that complicated. Okay? So, it's $39.99 per month, Anissa. Go back and check out the beginning of this video if you missed it, okay? $39.99 gives you access to all of my trainings as well as live coaching weekly, okay? At the time of this recording. $39.99, unlimited access to all of my trainings. And then we have live coaching weekly plus a private chat. Okay, that's the short version. So, as I was stating, you're welcome. So I'm not trying to discourage you, but I really want you to be prepared when you get out there. So once you're prepared, a couple companies you can sign up with is my number one is signingorder.com for signings direct, for signings, signing services. It's signingorder.com. I always recommend paying the $2.99 per month, which will get you greater access. They'll give you access to one zip code for free. But if you pay just the $2.99, they'll give you access to 20 more zip codes, okay? So that's my number one. I also recommend now, because I have received about maybe 5 to 6 calls from Find a Notary with the NNA. They charge $99 per year. Now, I'll be honest. I think $99 is a bit much. I do. Considering that we pay the NNA already so much money for so many different things, I really think even if they had did a $49.99, but then I've had 6 jobs, so I've made my money back. They give you general notary work through the NNA. It's not consistent though. It's not. It's hit or miss. The number one way you're going to receive business is you growing your business from the bootstraps. You got to do it. There's nobody just sitting around handing out work. And what do I mean by you have to do it? You have to first know what you're doing, get your business cards, you do your marketing, get out there in the community. Hey, everybody, welcome. Feel free to drop your questions. I'm going to hang out a little bit longer today. I got a few minutes. I kind of cleared my calendar this morning to do this. Yeah, I got a few more minutes. So anyway, so Find a Notary through the NNA has been successful for me. I consider 6 leads to be my average lead with them, my pricing. So I paid $100 for the year. Actually, part of mine was half price because I joined when they first started. So it was like $39. So will I pay the $99 for next year? I will. Because even, like I said, I had 6 jobs. So I made at least $600 at least on those jobs. I don't remember each job, how much I charged. But I did make over $100 back. So I guess I'll keep doing it. And it's a new service too. So as they continue to grow and SEO and all of that, it'll be great for all of us. So the more the NNA grows, the more I will grow. Because they send referrals out based on your area. So my area may not be as popping as an area in Atlanta because I'm on the outside of Atlanta. So, so I will sign up. But those are about the only two things I pay for. I'm just very big on having a very, 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 very tight Google business page, and that makes sure it doesn't look like a dry piece of toast. Anissa is another tip for you. Make sure that your Google page has flavor, like a edible arrangement, like I like to say around here. So all of these different things are what's going to help you to grow. Okay. So again, can I afford notary training? I can't afford it. You can't afford not to. And again, you may have already bought somebody else's training. That's okay. But if it's not what you need right now to get started, you're going to have to take that training and put it on the side and go ahead and pay for the training that you need right now to get started. And that's just facts. That's just facts. I have so many people, Angela, Alexis, and Jeffrey can attest to this. They bought someone else's training, but they still don't know what to do. Now they're going to come and ask us how to properly notarize and how to properly get the foundation to their business going. Yep, that's not going to work. People say, well, can I buy you a cup of coffee? No, I don't want your coffee. I appreciate the offer. They're like, can I send you a cash app? Nope. Your girl has never taken a cash app from nobody. I've never taken a cup of coffee from nobody. No, I want you to be properly trained. And I could sit and say, yeah, send me $30 and I'll tell you what you want to know. I ain't got time for that. I'm running a real business over here. I do not have time for you to shoot me a cash app to tell you what to write on the line. No, I'd rather train you the proper way to do it. And we all know the expression about teaching a man how to fish, and he'll fish forever. If you give him a fish, he gonna be back at your door tomorrow. Hey, can I get another fish? No, no, and no. But if you teach him how to fish, then he will learn how to fish, and he'll even bring you some fish. How about that? So again, back to training. All roads lead back to training. So if I teach you how to properly do what you need to do, if I show you how to grow your business, you're going to, guess what? Leave me a review. Somebody else is going to read the review. Somebody else is going to say, Kimmi knows what she's talking about. Let me join Kimmi's program. And then they're going to win. They're going to go out and fish some more. They're going to do their business. They're going to tell the next person. So you see how it's a big circle. When you do people right, you will be treated right. It's no doubt about it. Now, is everybody going to value you? No, we talked about that in our training session last night. Okay? Everyone's not. Even with my program, there are going to be some people that got something to say about it. Okay? That's okay. I'm not worried. I sleep at night because I know what I'm bringing to the table. Let's get some of these comments. So, Kim says, hey, Kim. Kim is in the program. Kim says, Kimmi, you are absolutely correct. I took Mark's course as well, and I still was not confident in getting out there. After coming across your YouTube video, I realized I didn't know what I thought I knew. I appreciate it, Kim. I appreciate it. And again, no shade to Mark's course. Mark focuses on marketing, and again, you will need marketing. I talk about marketing. I have a small marketing course. Ain't nothing that ain't nobody else ain't already talking about. I have many videos on my channel about marketing. I teach marketing. We will be talking about marketing in the business coaching program also, but we're not ready for marketing. We're not ready for marketing. You can find a car dealer, because Jeff and I, we do car inspections too. And when we go to the car dealerships, they're hovering outside and they're looking around, waiting on you to get there, right? You've been to a car dealership before, and they will sell you a car. You might not even have a driver's license, but they'll make sure somebody in your family can help you get that car. Okay. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? Tiffany says, I need training. So again, no shade to anybody else's course, but it just may not be what you need right now. Here at Notary Educators, what we focus on is getting the great foundation, making sure your house is solid. Okay. That's what we focus on. And then we do teach you how to price. I teach you how to market. I teach you how to make it look pretty. I always talk about edible arrangement, making your business page, making your business cards, making sure everything looks the way it needs to look. I'm the queen of that, okay? So I got you covered, but I already know that if you don't know how to properly notarize and you don't know how to do your notarial duties, you have no business. And what I say now, and people love this, I started keeping it in my back pocket. If you don't know what you're doing with your business when it comes to that, you don't have no business doing business. If you don't know your business, you have no business doing business. Okay? That's just facts. Tiffany says, I'm great, thank you. Oh, cool. Welcome, Tiffany. She needs training. Yeah, Tiffany. So check out the Notary Business Coaching Program. Again, we do have the individual courses, you know. So you can check out whichever program works best for you, be it self-paced, or if you would like the access to the trainings and the coaching and the private community. So it's a really nice program. And like I said, we put a lot of thought into it. When I roll it out, it's got to be right. And it's right. It's right. All right, what else do we have? I got a few more minutes, and then we're going to wrap this up. And the question that we started off with was, or the statement is, I can't afford notary training. What's the answer? I cannot afford not to. Sign me up, Kimmi. All right, Tiffany says, yes, I'm playing around with the website, undecided, but I will choose soon. Yeah, and I do. Tiffany, I'm so glad you said that. That's what I tell people. Play around with the website. You know, do you want individual? Do you want group coaching? Do you want private lessons? Because we offer all of it. But there's no way I can go over every single product that we offer. You know, when you go to buy a car, you got your car, your basic, different models, right? You got your SE, you got your S, you got your X, you got your XL, you got your turbo package or whatever. We have plenty of packages for you to choose from. So you just got to kind of take your time and see which package works for you. But whatever you buy with us, I can guarantee you this, you will not be disappointed. What you see here on YouTube, the way we teach here, is the way we teach everything. Okay? And I got this guy I listen to. You guys might want to check him out. Oh, and y'all probably heard of him. I think his name is Nehemiah, or he goes by Neil. He says in the opening of his videos, and I love watching him. He's a YouTuber, does business stuff. And he says, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Now, I'm sure he didn't write the quote, okay? He didn't write the quote, but he always says that. And I feel the same way, too, even when it comes to our teaching here. When he says that, I'd be like, yes, preach, because that's how we do. What you see here is, imagine if what we do here was behind the scenes. Come on now. Let's do some critical thinking. Critical thinking. All right, what else going on? We got about 3 minutes. We're going to wrap it up. What's going on? I see some more people have joined us. Any questions you have about notary training, about our program? Where are you in your business? What are your thoughts about training? Anything you want to add while we're live? While we are live. Okay. What else been going on with notary educators? So we've been focusing a lot on the coaching program. Monday nights are back. Trying to be a little more consistent with that. Going live more frequently throughout the week is still my plan. I'm still trying to do it. I wish I could tell y'all every day at 3 o'clock I'll be here. I wish I could, but I can't because I'm an actual notary signing agent / apostille agent / So I cannot commit to a certain time, except Mondays at 6. I try to clear my calendar for that. And of course, for our coaching sessions, that's state. I have those on my calendar. I'm actually in Georgia, Anissa. Yes, I'm in Georgia, but I teach all 50 states. It doesn't matter where you're located. We have students in the program from everywhere. My most challenging state, I would say, is California. But even California, it is what it is. Their laws are a little bit different than everybody else's. So if I could teach California people, honey. Oh, that's so funny. You're in California. That's so funny, Anissa. Oh, not to dog you guys out. You know what? It's so hilarious. I walked into something the other day, a few weeks ago. One of my students had made a comment, and I was like, yeah, somebody put in there about their business name and whatever. And the person was like, that was me. Funny. So Anissa, yes, but we teach people from California, so you are more than welcome. Matter of fact, I got an Arizona student. I don't have a California in my group right now, but we've taught many throughout the years. You can go back and watch the student reviews on our live trainings on the Notary Educators. Go under student reviews and you can see some of the reviews from the past students, okay? I know, Anissa, I'm over here cracking up. Yeah, but California is my most difficult state as far as laws are concerned. But again, we notarize documents from all 50 states, international, whatever. So all your documents are not going to come from California. Tiffany's in New York. Yep, you're more than welcome, New York. Tiffany, New York. New Yorkers are welcome. We know you got to walk fast in New York. But yeah, New York, everybody's welcome to the party, all 50 states. And just in case you are not ready for the program, let me just show you really quick too. I do have the Start Your Notary Business books. Okay, they're all 50 states have their own book now. So you got this is Florida, who is that? Indiana and Georgia. I just have a few of them. I don't have all 50 of them, but they come in all different colors. And each state has their own book now, so you might want to check that out. And Notary Educators LLC also under the book collection. Anissa says, how soon does it take your students to get comfortable out there on average? Well, that's going to be on each person. Everyone's confidence level, actually from the first session, if they're ready to go. When we finish anything, when they finish Notarize Like a Pro, if they're doing self-paced, they will shoot me an email, hey, Karen, my confidence, I'm ready to go. So what I find though, Anissa, what happens is you have to get the knowledge. So you'll be ready to go knowledge-wise, boom, boom, bam, right? But you got to also get your supplies. You also have to get your pricing together. So it's not just you're going to take a 2-hour session with me and be ready to go tomorrow. For most people, we got to do a little bit more building, just a little bit. So I say it depends on the person again. If you got 2 weeks to get everything ordered, get your stamps, get your supplies, get your pricing list together, get your square unit. You can now use your telephone too for accepting payments. But you got to have a way to accept payments. I mean, you got to have your pricing list. You got to have your receipt book. You got to have, it's just things you have to have in order to get started. So I can give you the knowledge right in 15, 20 minutes, but it still takes a little bit. So on average, I don't even have one for you. It's going to strictly be on each person. But I can guarantee you, if you put the work in, you will be fine. You will be fine. And a lot of it we even talked about last night with our customer service session, as I mentioned earlier in this video. And I am going to start heading out. I didn't realize it was so much to customer service. I had a little bullet point thing with like 5 points, I think. But we actually talked about customer service for an hour. I was like, okay, it was a lot deeper. So I don't just teach you how to properly notarize. I teach you how to be a professional also. And I will share one point with you that we talked about last night. And that is the need for consistency. Whoever you are in the world, show up that same place as that same person all the time. It shouldn't be you're wearing 2 hats. And again, I'm not into moral coaching. I'm not into telling you what to do. But I find like some people, they have 2 different pages, right? They got their page over here where they cussing and laid out and and doing all that. But then over here, you're trying to be the professional. No, just be who you're going to be. Be who you're going to be. And if that might mean you need some professional development personally on the personal side, maybe you grew up in a household where everybody cussed each other out, and that was cool and that was cute, and being sarcastic every time somebody say something to you to get a laugh is funny. Maybe that's how you grew up, right? But no, like we talked about last night, you might need some personal coaching before you can even start doing your business. Okay, because that's not going to fly over here. It may look cute on reality TV, and it look cute when you watching TikTok and, when you watching stuff and people getting cussed out and everything, and that's cute, but not in real life. Real life, people they want a professional handling their documents. They want you to say good morning. Hey, how are you? They want conversation. They want empathy. So all what we see on, what we may even watch on TV, okay? You might watch and be entertained by that, but don't think you can do that in your real business, because that is not going to fly. So last night we took the whole session and we talked about customer service, and it was very good. Okay. Replays are available, as I mentioned earlier. So again, I'm not, like I said, here to tell you what to do in your life morally, but I am here to be a professional, and I'd be less than a professional if I did not share that with you. So when you talk about how long does it take on average for somebody to get comfortable and get out there, sometimes I got to help people to get their personality straight before they can even start stamping a paper. Okay. Again, they come from West Side, or whatever. And now you going to bring that to your business. Oh, no. If you can't say good morning to me as your instructor, and you think you're going to go out there and do that to your clients, they're going to pay you to be disrespected. Yeah, not going to work. Because I have an issue with that. Don't just send me, people all day long will put comments or questions and just start talking. They not like, hi Kimmi, hey Kimmi, how are you? They just ask their question. I'm like, I don't know who you think you're dealing with. And it's not like I'm so important, but I believe in, we're going to be respectful. So if you just shoot me a question and you're not like saying hello first, I'm going to definitely send back and say, hey, how are you? Pause, and then we can go forward. But that's the kind of thing, like I said, even growing your business, it's not natural. It's not natural. People are not naturally bent to put the client first. Maybe back in the day, but especially now with reality TV, it's done messed up a lot of stuff. It's done messed up a lot of stuff. Okay? So we got to get back to basics. So I got some basic stuff going on over here too. Matter of fact, that's what I called it last night, customer service basics. These are just things that you have to do. It ain't even like a non-negotiable. You have to say good morning to your client. Okay. If you're not a morning person and you can't say good afternoon to your client, you probably don't need to be doing the business. I'll be honest with you, because people will use you that day. But if you're talking about building a long-term business and being successful, it's going to be a lot of referrals. I was telling somebody, I don't remember who it was. I think it was our other mentor group, because we have two, as I mentioned earlier. The other one is for more advanced students. They just need, more calls with more help with apostilles, loan signing, etc. But in that group, and we had a conversation that, I forgot my thought just that quick. But we were talking about, just that quick, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, I know. How I have now, Google is working for me. I have my clients working for me. What do I mean by that? In the sense that my Google page is so tight that Google will refer clients to me based on what I have on my Google page, right? Based on my client reviews. My clients work for me. What do I mean by that? They will tell people, oh, you need a notary? Check out Kimmi. Check out Kimberly. I'm Kimberly in my notary space. Check out Kimberly. She's your notary. She'll do it for you. Signing companies refer to other signing companies. Everybody talks. Everybody know each other, right? So if you do good work for one, that same person is telling 10 other people about you. Now, the reverse is true too. If you do whack work, if your work is terrible, whack work. They talking about you, okay? You better know it. You better know it. Girl, don't call such and such because her work. Honey, if you want to send somebody out there 4 times, or girl, please, you gonna hire her? She don't even know how to do. So the same good things they talking about you, they talking about you bad. So be consistent. Be consistent. Know what to do. Know what to do. And some people say, well, they're gonna talk about you either way. Yeah, but I'd rather most of them be talking about me in a good way. How about that? So let's see. Anissa says, I have a business background already. I have supplies minus receipt book. I appreciate what you shared, and I'll be joining your program. Okay. Cool. Well, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. And, as long as you know what to do, the rest of it, we can get that marketing going and get you out there and start making your money. That's what I recommend. So we'll see you over in the program. So we'll stay 2 more minutes because I see we got a few more people join. Any other questions? Any other questions before we head out? Going once. Going twice. Got 2 minutes. I'll stay. So I'm going to again invite you to join the Notary Business Success Coaching Program. Unlimited access to all of my trainings. Also a private community. And we meet weekly. Okay. The schedule actually is out for this month. So you can go check it out and just see what topics we'll be covering for the month of September. The schedule is out, so you can check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And you can see the past ones, probably like if you're in our Facebook group or something, which would be nice for a way for me to show you the past ones too, so you can go back and catch the replays. But anyway, it's all there. I'm going to head out, guys. It's been my pleasure. And again, you cannot afford not to take notary training. You cannot. And you can definitely afford it with me because it's only $39.99. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, until next time, this is Notary Life with Kimmi and Notary Educators Training Team. Much success to you in your business. Okay. Bye.